Yes indeed folks, if you're looking for a video of a guitar player playing a vintage bass very poorly, this is the video for you. And if you stick around till the very end of the video, I may be doing it 4 times altogether. Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsi's Guitar World, or today, Dunsi's Bass World. This bass here, now I believe this to be from 1974 or 1975. It says Greco electric bass, and I will tell you, as a guitar player, I like this bass. So let's look at how this came to me and what work I had to do to get it up and running. To be honest, I did not have to do much. Now I will warn you, as I said earlier, there will be sound samples in this video of me playing a bass, and I am a guitar player. So let's look at this in a bit more detail. So here it is. It would be fair to say this one has been well played. There must have been a sticker on there at some point. That would have been the original colour of the body underneath that. Plenty of lacquer checking on this. Now I thought this had been that hole there on the to access the truss rod had been done by a previous owner, but I think that's actually from the factory. Would have had a cover on there on the bridge. Now the electrics, as we'll find out in a bit, have actually all been replaced, so new electrics. Rosewood fingerboard. Frets look quite low, but as a guitar player that probably does suit me. New strings will be required on this, but generally the fretboard's in pretty good condition. Greco electric bass, so it's not an acoustic bass. But yeah, overall I'm really quite pleased. I don't think there'll be too much to do with this one. So it seems to be like a pancake body with a thin slice in the middle, as it were. Plenty of dings on the back as well. Matsumoku, so pre-1975 or middle of 1975. A ding or two. Body, I think maybe 3 pieces. On the back, I don't know what's going on there. It looks like it's been filled in with cat alloy, as you'd use on your Ford Escort. Maple neck. A couple of dings on that. Open tuners. Tuners are decent. I've found getting it in tune, stayed in tune. Now here is a dent and a half. Now I did say the body was splitting in the auction, but I don't think this is splitting so much as I think it's just taken a hefty knock on that, and that's all the lacquer that's split off. Maybe a bit of the thin slice of wood in the middle maybe come out, but I don't think it's about to split in two. But yes, fair few lacquer checks there. So here's the new strings that are going on. D'Addario. I think these are light gauge strings, so let's get the old ones off. And let's take the pick guard off, look underneath. And just to confirm that all this is new pots, and we'll find out what the pickups are. So there's the original colour underneath there as well. So it's definitely faded a bit. Alpha pots. A good job done there. So getting this is actually quite a good thing, having all the electrics replaced anyway. Now I did not think these were the original pickups. Let's see what they are. They're PB Custom by Goto pickups. Sound good. So first thing I'm going to do is clean the fretboard, maybe just polish the frets a little. Now I think that nut is cut a little bit too low, but I'm not 100% sure. So to polish the frets, I just use these fret rubbers and just use that cover there and just go over them one at a time. I think I started with 200 and then went up to 2000 or something like that. Really just to give them a little sort of freshen up, a little polish, and put some lemon oil on the fretboard as well. Wait to see how dirty the cloth was that I used to wipe some of it off. Look at that. That's how filthy that fretboard was. It's all clean now. So as I suspected, these are not the original pickups. I mean, I wouldn't have thought a bass from 1974 would still have the plastic covers on the pickups. So these are Goto bass pickups. I think these are about 35, 40 pounds or something like that, and it's all been rewired as well. So this is one of these guitars, or one of these basses, which I got from Zen Market, that really needed not a lot of work at all. It just needed some cleaning up and new strings, and it sounds fantastic. So if we look at an old Greco catalogue, this is from 1974, we see a bass which looks exactly like this, and it is a Greco PB420. I think it's a 420N or something like that. Natural finish and stuff. Now, as we've seen earlier on, it has a few dings on it, but it looks like it has been played. It would have had the cover on here, which has been removed. These are not hugely expensive bridges, I would suggest. They're not, you know, like a big chunky mass of metal, but it sounds pretty good, you know, for my purposes. As I've said a few times, I'm a guitar player, I'm not a bass player, so, you know, I'm coming at this with not a lot of expertise. So I did have to get new control knobs for it, which were only about £5 off Amazon. These work pretty well. I say all the electrics is new. Now, the one concerning thing that we saw earlier on is this bit here, but what I think has happened here, I think this has just been dropped, had a massive dunt, and it's taken all the lacquer off. I don't think the body's about to split in two. I think it's just taken the lacquer off and dented the sort of middle layer. I don't think it's about to, you know, split in two. So yes, it's from a guitar player's perspective. If we look at the specs of the neck, so the width of the nut for me is really comfortable. It's not a huge wide thing. I thought that the nut was cut a little low, but it just shows you what I know, because it seems to sound okay. I'm forgetting the bass strings are thicker than guitar strings, so it plays really well. So any negative points? Well, I would say overall it's not too heavy, but it's very neck heavy. This is a diver, as it were. So if you're playing this like on stage and you're rocking this on a strap, you know, if you've got a strap on, then you know you need to keep a hold of this big part here, because it will be going down like that. So, but it's a lovely looking instrument, you know, absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased I got it. And it wasn't overly expensive. I think because of this, I think people were maybe thinking that the body's going to split, but I do not think it is. So I was the only person that bid on this. So I'm really, really quite pleased with it. As a guitar player, I am pleased with this. It sounds great, plays great, and it just looks super cool. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your 74, 75 Greco PB420, a a very nice vintage Japanese bass made by Matsumoku, who made Greco guitars, I think, up till sort of 75, maybe mid 75, which would be the date of this in the catalogue that we looked at earlier, sort of 74. So yes, a fantastic 4-stringed instrument right here in my hand. It's significantly longer than the other musical instruments that I have. I am enjoying it. I'm glad I got it. So to finish the video now, I did warn you earlier, the good thing here is there's no guitar soloing. There is, however, me at one point playing this in 4 different ways, with like a harmony, and I even put a capo on the bass. It's like I'm in Ned's Atomic Dustbin, Dundee's Atomic Dustbin. So as ever, folks, it's an absolute privilege and an absolute pleasure bringing you content today on Dundee's Bass World. Cheers for now.